Freedom Renegade Radio Podcast. How you doing,
baby.
Billy? It's good to see you, man. It's good to see you,
friend?
too. I'm doing very well,
How are you,
brother?
my friend?
I'm doing very well, buddy.
Good.
It's good to see you, man.
Heat us up, man. Throw us right into the spot.
So,
Heat us up,
all right,
man.
let me tell you something. Let me ask you a question. Do you know...
The Muffin Man?
The Muffin Man. Mm-hmm. Do you know that the human brain is too big for the skull?
No. You didn't know that?
Do you know how the human brain fits in the skull?
Mm-mm.
Because it's too big.
What? Go ahead.
It's too big.
Okay.
So, but it fits. It fits. So, do you know how evolutionary wise it fits?
Maybe by the end when the head closes up, like with that gap on the top
Well, that's
of your
actually
head?
those are two hemispheres. There's actually a separation between them.
Okay.
But the way that it fits is your brain has evolved to create the folds. So it folds in on itself with the fucking all those little. You know how the brain has those little like fucking wiggly lines and shit? Mm-hmm. Those are actually folds in your brain, and it's fucking like stuffing itself in your fucking head.
Interesting.
Essentially.
Interesting.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
yeah,
it could be, if you expanded it out, it'd be bigger. But instead, it like folded itself in so it could fit the size within our cranium. When I'm reading this book, the fucking Evolve Your Brain by Joe Dispensa. It's one of the first book it's the one you sent me in prison.
Okay.
I'm just reading it, but the fucking evolution, the human's brains just like exploded out of nowhere, and it's like our heads are like 5 times bigger than like other animals or something. I can't remember all the details of this part, but it's like 5 times bigger than something, and it's like. But women can't give birth to it barely. Our heads are fucking so big, it's like a problem in the birthing process.
Wade probably had a hard time.
Oh yeah. But
yeah,
I thought that was super interesting. I wanted to start the podcast with that.
Interesting.
When I read that, I was like, oh my god, that's fucking cool.
Yeah, that's interesting. I'd be curious to hear a little bit more about it.
Yeah, this part of the book has actually been kind of boring me. It's talking about a whole bunch of shit with the brain and all this like technical shit that I don't really care about. I'm looking for the meditation stuff, you know, but I know it's like precursor for it, so I'm just waiting. Right. But it's like 40 pages. I'm like, oh shit, I gotta get through this.
Yeah. Did you watch any of the Olympics?
Not really. I did hear yesterday though. Like for one, I thought it was really cool that the breakdancing was in the Olympics.
Yeah.
Like I've never seen that. When I saw, I didn't watch it, but at work they have TVs at the store upstairs, so I'll walk by and see all of them. You know, a bunch of the events and shit, and I'll also see it obviously all over online. And the breakdancing shit that they put in there, I thought that was like super fucking cool that they included breakdancing. But I heard yesterday that they're gonna actually cancel breakdancing from the 2028 Olympics because some lady made him like a mockery of it, or was dancing.
She didn't make a mockery of it. She's a terrible dancer. Her name was Rogan. She was like an Australian dancer. She just did a horrible job. I mean, she was trying to break dance. Break dance is better than we break dance, but it was just like it's like a meme throughout the galaxy right now of like her doing like fucking toe touches.
Yeah, and like twisting her arms and fucking.
Yeah, I don't know that she did that made a mockery out of it.
Okay,
she did
I didn't.
She did a poor job of like in comparison, but also like I loved seeing breakdancing get put in the Olympics, but I'm like, how do you judge dancing as a competition? I guess they do it with gymnastics a little bit. Like there's like flips and a little bit of dancing and that's judged. Like it seems so subjective, but I saw the criteria they were like going off of. It had something to do with like making sure you could do all like the flip tricks combined with the spin tricks combined with the dance, like a good array of all of them. And we won. I think the men won. I don't know about the women, but it's crazy. I don't know. It's kind of a hard sport to be like, you know, wrestling's pretty clear cut. Like fucking all basketball's
there's a point
points,
system.
You know, like it's a hard one to judge. I mean, rap battles would almost be easier because someone wins, but everyone doesn't speak English. You know,
I think that it would probably be easier to judge than you would expect because they do dance battles all the time, and they judge them all the time.
Sure.
So I think that it's like a system in place.
Yeah, you have a good point. You do have a good point. It's just to me when I was watching it, I was like, man, this would be like really hard to like narrow down into a winner. You know?
So that girl just danced like shit then, huh?
Oh, dude, I've had at least 8 people send me the meme of her dancing, dude.
I've seen it. I haven't like taken time to watch it or
Yeah.
any of the clips, but I keep running into it and just scrolling past it.
Dude, it's everywhere right now. It's
know.
everywhere.
I know,
It's
dude.
crazy. But yeah, I saw the men's team. They won gold. They almost lost to Serbia. They came back and barely won. If it wasn't for Curry, they would have lost that game.
Yeah, I know.
Curry dropped 36 points. The most ever was 37 in the Olympics.
I agree with the Vlad TV guy
What'd he
interview.
say?
He said the fucking '92 Dream Team would never let that happen.
Yeah, but he's also wrong about him saying like, "Oh, it's not because teams are getting better." Like, yes, it is. They also like the game. When you watch people play from over there, these people are like, they play from like it's not entertainment in the same way that it is in the United States. Like, the United States is about like dunks and fucking fast paced flying, scoring. Like, they play over there like a very intelligent game. The whole game is developed around like understanding picks, moves, and rolls instead of being like good 3-point shots. It's not about entertainment. It's about clear-cut fundamental basketball. And every year they're getting better and better. Some of the number 1 draft picks that we pick up every single year are coming from Serbia, like all over Europe, bro. The European players are fucking extremely good.
That French kid, the super tall.
Yeah. Why can't
They
remember
like
his name.
calling him the
Wembley or
new
something?
They're calling him the next LeBron.
Wembley, I think was
It
his
was
name.
like 19. He was 19. He's probably like 21 now.
Yeah, but you're right. That team right there was like real killers, you know. And also, if you look at the average age of the 3 players that didn't have to try out, the only 3 players, because they ran tryouts this year for the Olympics, which they never do. Like, it's all in the years that we've lost in the Olympics, they didn't let the good pros play, and the rest of the time, it's just like you're basically picking the team. This year, there was a tryout, but the 3 main players that never came off the floor was Durant, LeBron, and Curry. 39, 40, 41. These are old men out there playing, bro. Compared to 20, 25-year-old kids that are stars.
LeBron's only 41.
They didn't even let Jason Tatum play, bro.
Why?
He played 11 minutes in the final game because they had the matchups that Kerr wanted. Kerr thought that he had the right matchups on the floor.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was the coach, and he made everybody try out to even be on the Olympic team.
That's crazy.
Yeah. But, I mean, even you see how, Serbia had Jokic, and we almost lost to him. One guy, actually, I was going to say this, but as I rethink about the game, I was going to say, Jokic dominated the whole thing by himself. Actually, they were 9 for 9 3-pointers. They weren't missing shit. They were just knocking buckets down. If it wasn't for Curry keeping us in the game, oh, my God, dude. That would have been crazy to see the United States lose. But a side point about this.
In basketball,
they have 3-on-3 basketball in the
No.
Olympics. They have 3-on-3
What?
basketball in the Olympics.
They have a bunch
we got
of
put
weird-
out first round.
What?
But the guys that you're watching have never played, or they're not. They're like, I looked them up. I'd never heard of them, so I looked them up. Some of them were just bottom level pros, and some were college players. They don't put the best players in there to play 3-on-3. They're just whatever. I'm like, why? Well, you put those 3 guys you just talked about in the fucking. In the 3-on-3s too. I don't know. They just don't care about it, I guess.
Yeah, they're probably just no, we can't let them play all these fucking.
But you could have picked players that didn't make that team. They
You
were
could put
way
Tatum, you
better
could have put
than
Tatum
them.
on it. You could have taken 3 dudes that you're gonna bench for most of the fucking game, and pop them over there. They'll probably play.
A lot of them too. I didn't know this until this year. So in the Olympics, they allow you know what 3 in the key is.
No.
So
3 seconds.
Yeah, when you're on defense, if you're standing in the key, if you play for the NBA, you have to get out of the box completely, and then you can come back in. You can't just stand there and with your arms up and play lazy defense, just standing there so people can't go through. You have to check in and out of the box every play, every 3 seconds. There's no 3 in the key in the Olympics, and you can goaltend in the Olympics. They turn on goaltending. I'm like, of all the things to turn on, because in the United States is one of the only places that doesn't have goaltending. So the ball could be on the way down. You could slap that fucker out of there.
Yeah. What the fuck?
Yeah. Which is a really weird thing.
They would goaltend the fuck out of the ball in America.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, that ball could be coming down. They grab it right out of the fucking air.
throw it
No,
across the
yeah,
court.
dude, fuck that.
But yeah, I mean, I thought it was dope that LeBron and KD and Steph got a gold because it's getting harder and harder, you know.
LeBron got one in 3 decades. He got one in 08, 18, and in 24.
On that note, you just brought up something that I was thinking about. Did you see the kid from Cuba in Greco-Roman wrestling?
No.
He won his 5th gold in fucking Greco-Roman, the most ever by anybody. His 5 consecutive golds. Last Olympics, he won the gold.
24, 20, 16, 12, and 8.
Yeah, he's like 44 years old or something. His name was like, what was his name? I wrote it down. Mijan Lopez. Mijane?
Holy
Lopez.
fucking shit.
Dude, he's a fucking brick shithouse too. But here's the amazing part. Not only did he win 5, which nobody's ever done, last Olympics, he just quit wrestling. This year,
He didn't even wrestle for the last 4 years?
he popped in and fucking won that bitch this year, dude. He's like, I'll just do it. Who knows if he's practicing, but he wasn't competitive wrestling.
What the fuck?
Yeah. He came in and fucking got gold, bro.
That's a fucking mark right
It's a
there, dude.
stud. But on another transition on that, fucking 56 years it's been since USA didn't get a gold in the Olympics and freestyle wrestling. 56 years. The best we got this year was 3rd.
Whoa. I saw a Japanese dude take first.
Bro, did you see how fast that fucking kid shoots?
It's funny you say that because
That's the fastest
when I saw him shoot, I saw the match, his championship match against a guy from Italy.
Okay, yeah, he beat Kyle Dake, which was like our #1 guy.
Oh, no shit?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, I just saw this Japanese dude with a fro, and it happened to be a championship match. I walk up on it, and I just see this dude shoot. And I'm like, damn, nice fucking shot.
Yeah.
And I didn't know it was a championship match. I didn't know anything about it. I just saw him shoot.
Dude,
It's like,
he looks
fuck!
like a little skinny, goofy motherfucker,
God
too.
damn,
Doesn't
dude.
he look like a skinny, little, goofy motherfucker, too?
With the fro, it throws you off. Like,
Yeah.
and I'm like, then they, fucking hit him with the champion. I'm like, damn, that was a championship match. And he put this dude in a fucking, not a Russian roll from the legs. You rolled him from the legs.
Yeah.
What's
it's like
that?
a tie in the back. I don't know, leg roll.
Oh, yeah, but he did it. He didn't do it from the ankles.
Yeah, he did it from the knees.
He fucking put his fucking head underneath the guy's
I
crotch.
used to see kids do that.
And grabbed his knees. That
Yeah.
way that fucking he couldn't.
Yeah,
he
it's
couldn't resist
creating
the
that little corkscrew, dude.
bro, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
I've
dude,
seen
he
people do that.
fucking he scored 6 or 8 points on him.
Just
He free rolled him 3 times at least. I was like, God damn, is this guy gonna stop him?
yeah,
Like he made him look like shit,
bro.
He fucking slicked him, dude.
Yeah.
He like cleaned him up.
Yeah, when he wrestled Kyle Dake was winning for some of that match, and I think he was up 3-0. Kyle Dake was, and then suddenly that Japanese kid started shooting. Boom, left single, just instant, bro. I was like, what the fuck? I've never seen. That's the fastest shot I've ever seen in my life. Not in any weight class. Is fucking amazing, dude. My mind was blown. Then, I mean, if you know, this is just like inside wrestling, but most of the time, if you shoot a single, you always shoot to the fucking that front little leg or a leg you like. The
He
left.
shot to the backside.
He went in the same stance on his next shot and took the other leg in a single. And so normally, you'd do the ankle pick or shoot in, dive in, take the left leg or their right leg. Next, after that, he took the other fucking leg. Boom, instantly on Kyle Dake, one of the best wrestlers that's ever existed in the United States. And he fucking beat Kyle Dake, bro. It's crazy. It's crazy. Kyle Dake is a stud.
Who was favored?
Kyle.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You know what sucks, though, about this year that no one mentions? And I don't know how this happened. And this shouldn't matter that much, but all the American wrestlers, most of them went up against the world champion from last year, first match. It was weird. But that's not to take anything away from him, because if you're the Olympic champion, you should be able to beat everybody. That's the truth. So if you lose, you lose.
Yeah,
but
and also
a lot of the
if you're-
first round
it doesn't
matchups
matter
for them.
it doesn't matter if you're American, because if you're fucking gonna win the tournament, you're gonna have to wrestle everybody anyways.
Yeah.
You might get lucky and someone that's good gets put out on the other side of the bracket.
Yeah.
But also at the same time, you gotta win. You gotta fucking wrestle and you gotta fucking win.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter who you and even if you wrestle them in the first round or the last round, it's all the same.
Yeah.
In my eyes.
Yeah,
you know what
I
mean?
agree.
Like, there's been times where I was ranked at. I had to wrestle I would have had to wrestle the number 2 guy in the state, and I ended up I didn't go to that tournament because I actually got kicked off. It was the state tournament. I got kicked off the team. It was my senior year. It was right when I got in trouble. But I would have had to wrestle the number 2 dude in the state, and Wade ended up beating him in the championship match for the state championship. But I would have had to wrestle him in the first round.
Yeah.
And to me, it was all the same. I'm like, fuck, I can wrestle him in the first round. Both of us.
Yeah, you
should
got
be-
more energy.
We'll both be. He will too.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we'll find out. You know.
Yeah.
So But you're gonna find out anyways if you're gonna win.
find out anyway. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's true. Fucking side note, dude. This never happens. Women's soccer got gold. They beat Brazil in the championship.
Wow.
And women's.
American?
Yeah,
Wow.
USA, Team USA.
That's pretty cool.
Fletch had sent me a thing too that was. It sounds like there's some weird rule changes that happen in Olympic soccer, and sometimes they don't send the best people like they would in the World Cup, because we never obviously win in the World Cup. USA doesn't, but apparently Fletch was saying the women's team is actually pretty good. They got gold.
I wonder if there's a girl. So I heard a story about this girl from Idaho that was like the best soccer player in the fucking like world or something. She was like a phenom, and she came out of Idaho.
Really?
I will bet she's on that. I bet she played for America on that team.
Interesting.
I wonder. I wish I knew more about soccer and who this woman was, because supposedly she's just a fucking like a stud, dude.
Yeah.
And she came from like, it showed some of her videos. It would have been like us practicing in the fucking driveway with the soccer ball, dude.
Yeah.
Like she had nothing, and she's just
obviously
smashing it.
We're in Idaho. Soccer's not the number one sport.
That's what I
for
mean.
sure.
I wish I knew who her name was, because
Yeah.
she's just a savage, I guess.
Yeah.
But I would almost guarantee if she's as good as what they made it out to be, she's on that fucking team.
A lot of the fucking women this year, actually, in the Olympics, like women's got a shitload of gold in a lot of their events, dude. It's crazy. They won a lot. Like I think they actually got more golds than the men.
I don't ever watch the Olympics.
You know, I don't usually pay too much attention, but I've been watching a lot of Pat McAfee lately, because this is a really entertaining show, and it's kind of keeping me up to date on
When
what's
you
going
put
on.
that shit on today, it was soothing. When you changed it from lad to that, I was like, good. I don't
Pat
want
McAfee's amazing, bro. Their whole show, they just created an entire show with their friends, hanging out, doing sports casting just for fun. And then it ends up to where, like, it takes over. Now they're hired on ESPN. Like, ESPN now hires them to do an entire segment. And they pushed out all the old people that were on there. They're like, this is what people want to see. So now they got Pat McAfee has a segment where they cuss and one where they don't. You know, like, they actually bleep it out. But you can tell when it breaks. When you watch it on YouTube, it'll break into, like, whatever they want to be saying, you know. But it's, like, it's cool to see, like, even big networks are changing. Like, people don't care about this anymore. They care about this. Jump on that train. And Pat McAfee's like, fuck it, you know, calling out the heads of ESPN. Pat's like was attacking one of the head guys at ESPN for like trying to fuck with their show and shit. He's like, no, that's not how we do it. Take the deal away. Fuck you guys. Yeah, he's a badass.
He said it right on air.
Oh yeah, dude. He did a whole like 20-minute segment on like, fuck this, fuck you guys. This is how we're doing it. Whether you like it or not, this is exactly what our show is. And you could take the money. We're making plenty without you. I watched Pat McAfee show up to all his employees' house with like $50,000 backpack, just giving it to them. They make each of them make millions already, but just like Pat just seems like
he was already set with his fucking football money probably too. And then he started a super successful podcast.
He was a
like,
punter.
His shit's raising up to the echelon of like a Joe Rogan podcast in terms of what it is for sports.
It is. It's on that level. It's the number one sports podcast for sure.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's he's entertaining. I like that guy.
Did you see Joe Rogan's new comedy special?
No.
Yeah, are you going to watch it?
Yeah, I just actually got Netflix. I've been watching Seinfeld though,
Dude.
but first time I've ever
Seinfeld. Oh,
you
so close to
almost
getting
got
you.
me.
That's close. You broke the plane.
I broke it internally.
Go ahead though.
Yeah, I never bought Netflix. I fucking finally got Netflix.
Let me get your password.
Okay.
Okay.
I can share it with one account.
One account, yeah.
Yeah, I'll share it with you.
But Joe Rogan's new special, they did it live. I listened to him talk about it. They asked him like, they contacted his agent like, hey, do you want to do a special live on Netflix? And he's like, fuck no. He's like, it made me nervous as fuck. And then as he went throughout the day, he was like, this is making me really nervous. I don't like that. Like, called her back, tell him yes, just to do it, because he's like, this scares me. Fuck it, let's do it, you know?
Okay.
Yeah, I like that attitude.
It's kind of like what happened with us with Ibogaine.
Yeah. But so, yeah, he did the whole thing live. And, you know, I really enjoyed Joe's podcast, but his comedy has never been, like, crazy funny in an echelon to me, like Dave Chappelle or like early Kevin Hart or like Bill Burr
Or like
you know?
Cat Williams.
Yeah, or like early Cat Williams. Like it's never
that Pimp Chronicles,
Dude,
whatever.
Oh my god,
that
was
one
so
with
good.
the green suit.
Cryptic Chronic, kind of like.
I remember watching that. I don't mean to digress and take your story away, but I remember watching that with Wade in like 2010.
Yeah,
and we were fucked up. We were fucked up on things, and we were laughing. We watched that shit and laughed our fucking heads off, dude.
Dude, the same with Kevin Hart's when my baby got in the oven. Your baby wasn't that smart. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Dude, that whole special.
Right around that time
Carly,
between 2008 and 2012, there was a
Yeah.
couple specials that were fucking hilarious.
Dude, there was a bunch actually. Killing Me Softly, Dave Chappelle. It's like, fuck it, where they got AIDS from a monkey. I was fucking a monkey. When he's like, never mind.
I haven't seen that one.
You have, I think, but anyways. So I never really thought Joe's stuff was. It's not like not funny. It's just not like hilarious like that. You know, it's just okay. This one, it was really good. I would say like 75% really fucking good. He addressed like him saying the N word in like a really intelligent way. He addressed like. I don't even want to give away a lot of the shit because you're gonna watch it.
I'll watch it.
It's good, dude.
Maybe I'll check.
If for me, I was like, oh, this was actually really good. I went into it like, let's just see what he's doing. Let's see how it is, and I was really impressed because comedy's hard for me. It's been a while since like a comedy just made me laugh out loud.
Bill Burr's had a couple that were fucking hilarious.
I laughed out loud like 10 times in Joe's.
Okay.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
good.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'll check it out. I've been trying to have a balance between like because we've been watching those Nick D interviews and shit.
Yeah.
I've been trying to have a balance between like doing the, learning and doing things that are beneficial for us at home, but also to like playing Mega Man, getting the new Mega Man set up and playing
having
that.
fun.
Yeah, like balance it and watching Seinfeld or watching fucking One Piece. Just doing a good balance, but not just going home and sitting down and fucking doing nothing, reading my book. You know what I mean? But playing that Mega Man game has been fun as fuck.
Yeah.
I was getting my fucking teeth kicked in for the first 2 days.
Some of those games are hard. X-Men back on that one where you play with all the characters on X-Men. I've never beat it. I don't know anybody that's ever beat it.
You can't even get
There's
past
X-Men, but then there's a different X-Men. Most people don't even know about. There's an X-Men people are like, oh, I beat it all the time. And I'm like, this one? They're like, nope, not that one. It's a different X-Men.
It's like Spider-Man and the X-Men.
Yeah, it's all of them. It is Spider-Man and X-Men, and you have to beat it with each character. You only get 3 deaths. It's fucking impossible, dude.
Dude, you can like on Wolverine's level, you can beat that level.
Yeah.
I don't think we've
Spider-Man, Gambit. Oh, Gambit's was hard, dude.
I think we might have beat Gambit's level once.
Yeah.
But I don't ever remember getting to Storm's level or getting to the end of Storm's level ever.
Yeah.
I don't ever remember getting to. Dude, as you said that, it's funny because I fucking could. Right before you said that, that's all I could hear. It's like, you know, the bubbles is all glook, glook, and you're out of fucking breath. Ah, like, fuck! I can't fucking beat this shit.
Fucking
It was the only game we never beat on Super Nintendo as a
Yeah.
kid, dude. It was insanely hard.
Yep.
But it's Mega Man X3 is fun as fuck, dude.
Did you say that game? That's the one I bought you, right?
Yes.
That one's worth $1,200 right now?
It can be.
Up to $1,200.
It's a rare game.
That's crazy.
It's a rare game because I was actually looking it up because of the factor that they put it out. It was rare in terms of
zeros in
the production of it was low because they were taking Super Nintendo out of commission when they put that in.
Yeah.
So they only made a small amount of them, but they also only had limited releases in regions, of which I just found out. So they only put it out in America and Japan. They didn't release it in Europe. So it only got released in those 2 spots, so it's even more rare for that reason. Either way, yeah, fucking, it's like $250 to $1,200.
Yeah. That's crazy. That's crazy.
It's insane that a super. I mean, there's other ones too. Like Mega Man 2 is actually expensive. Like not expensive, but I was like, oh wow, these games will actually be worth some money moving forward.
Dude, Fletch sent me a thing the other day that was showing me the price because I was complaining about the price of college football. He was sending me an old magazine like cover that had like the prices of old Super Nintendo games. They were like $69.99 back in the day. It was new technology. This is the same price as an Xbox game right now.
That's crazy.
Isn't it?
$69 back then was
Yes,
a lot.
dude, that's a lot of money for
69
in
bucks.
like 1995.
That's almost $69 back then would be like what?
Probably
150, 200 now.
Yeah, or more. Yeah, but either way, it's like they were never cheap.
It's almost like they didn't rise; they just increased with inflation.
Yeah,
They're like gold.
I mean that's for sure. But anyway,
They
so
maintain
didn't you
their
tell me-
purchasing power.
Didn't you tell me you put in a cheat code on this game?
Yeah, so I put in so I'm playing and I got all 8 of the anybody that plays Mega Man, most people have. You play 8 bosses at first and then you play a couple more until you get to the fucking main guy and at the end. But so I beat the first 8. But there's in Mega, the first two Mega Mans have a lot less shit than the third one. Like, there's a lot of stuff you can get in it, and I'm not sure how to unlock a lot of it, like how to get to a lot of this shit. So I fucking put in a cheat code that's got like in the other Mega Mans you can get different armors, like like you can get like leg armor, chest armor, head armor, and shit. But this one you can only get one of them, so you can get like a armor that protects you and like helps your health go back or something. You can get like a helmet that like lets you see the map when you first start. You can see like the entirety of the map, and then also you can do the leg one where you can dash up and dash sideways.
That's right.
But you can only do one of them unless you don't get any of them. And then after you beat the first 8 bosses in that first stage, if you beat one guy and keep full health, you can drop down and get like you can get all 4 of them. But you have to go through the whole game in a certain way. And I just put in the cheat code for it, and then tried to go back and get those other things that I couldn't access before. I still couldn't get them.
Wow.
I'm like, I don't know what the fuck to do. And there's not like a bunch of information available online for it because it's from back in the day. So there's not like a bunch of people doing like videos on it. There's stuff.
It's got to be on
There's
Reddit.
like information on it, but it's like description.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I don't know what the fuck. There's like big capsules too that I don't know what they do.
There's no YouTube videos?
Not that I'm sure there is, but I didn't like sit there for hours and look into it. I just looked it up real quick and then found a cheat code, put in the armor. I was like, and yeah, dude, it's a definitely tough game.
Bro, me and my friends were playing Dungeon.
Like for a Mega Man X game.
Me and my buddies were playing Dungeon Defenders for a long time. Like we'd all show up together and play every day. We're having so much fun. It's pretty cool. Like there's these like little army guys that are trying to get to your castle, and you're trying to set up like defenses basically against them. And trying to prevent them from getting to the end, right? And me and we're like all of us were just playing this game every day. We show up, play. Then we probably did it for like 2 months. We're just having the time of our lives. We couldn't quite beat it, so we put in the cheat code. We played it for 1 day after that because you can just run through and kill everybody so easy. It ruined the game for us.
That's how it was with Battletoads Double Dragon. Not necessarily like that, but a few years back, we could, because that was actually one we never beat either.
Yeah,
we never
Battletoads
beat
is hard, dude.
Battletoads Double Dragon. We could get past that fucker with the fucking machine gun.
Yeah, we've talked about that.
But then, But then the next level, we beat it once ever.
Yeah.
We beat that fucking space level with the stupid spaceships once ever. But I put in a cheat code to go past that level, and I was able to beat the rest of the game.
Oh, really?
Yeah, dude. I think we played it together.
Oh, I remember
but
that.
we were able
That's
to fight.
funny. So we got
were
stuck
able
at
to
the
fight the
hardest
shadow
part.
boss, the guy with the big fucking shoulders
Yeah.
and shit. Like all those guys that you want to fight, but you never could get to them.
Yeah.
And I was able to beat the rest of the game. But that one level is so fucking hard, dude. It's insane. And that's the type of game, too. You only get like 3 lives throughout the entire fucking game, dude.
It's hard.
It's fucking definitely difficult.
Dark Souls is like that now. It's hard. You only get like 1 life or something, or 3 lives. I've never played it, but people say it's like the hardest game ever.
In that Mega Man game, you can switch to 0.
Yeah.
You only get 1 life with 0.
Yeah.
And there's 2 endings to it, too. I guess if 0 dies at all, you lose him for good. And there's a different ending if you lose him, I guess.
This is a side note, but do you know who Kai Cenat is? Kai Cenat's like a really famous streamer. Like really, if you saw his picture, he's like the most famous streamer up there with like above everybody, mostly like top 1% or higher. Anyways, he had Kevin Hart on there recently. They just stream like sitting in their living room fucking around. That's all they do is like turn on the camera and fuck around. And sometimes he brings celebrities on and they just talk shit, talk to their people on the stream. Not really anything crazy, but I guess people find it entertaining, but nothing that I particularly find entertaining. But dude, he read this thing live on his stream that he got from the Secret Service. Sent him a whole thing that was like, hey, we'll pay you the X amount of dollars. Please promote, if you'll promote Kamala Harris. And it's like, but make sure that it sounds like you're not promoting her as a paid advertisement, like just you're supporting her, because he has millions and millions of followers. And he reads this thing live on there. He's like, what the fuck is this? He's just like pissed off about it, like they're trying to buy us. It was like they're trying to contact like the most famous people in the world and try to get support. And they do it on both sides. This isn't a Democrat or Republican thing. This is just more that it's funny that they're like trying to find the most famous people they can and be like, support them, we'll pay you, please.
It's like it's not like that, but it has a similarity to being like, if we throw a show and we hit up this guy, like, hey, we'll pay you to throw the show.
Yeah.
But they're just trying to get. It is a little bit more intelligent too, because they're not just trying to promote it through like fucking cable news networks.
Yeah.
Like, you know, because they know.
That's what I just said
that
with Pat McAfee.
we're too fucking I'm 33, you're 34, or you're 35.
Yeah.
And there's like, we are consuming the internet now. Like, this is our age. We're the fucking what is it? Millennials.
Yeah.
You know, we're fucking in that stage of life now. Like, we don't consume shit. I don't know anybody that's our age. I don't know anybody. Probably like mom and dad have cable. Do they have cable? No, they got rid of cable.
YouTube
Even
TV.
mom and dad got rid of fucking cable.
Yep.
I don't know anybody with cable.
I think everybody has cable actually, but
But you know what I'm saying, though?
yeah.
Like, I don't know anybody.
Local channels.
I don't know anybody that's flipping through channels like I was when I
Yeah.
was in fucking prison.
It was a weird way to.
The last time I flipped through channels was fucking in jail.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Most people, they have
Everybody, dude.
outside of that.
Yeah.
So these guys are at least aware.
You gotta be over
You'd
60.
be fucking bright. Like, obviously they're aware of it because they're political parties or people our age, and
Yeah.
they're like, we need to reach out to these people.
Yeah.
But it's also ugly.
Dude.
It's funny they got put on blast too, though.
It is kind of crazy.
They're just like, we just need to get supporters. We
I
just
know,
need to get our
I
name
know.
out there, get supporters. I saw a thing on her that was saying that she doesn't have like any of the requirements that every president prior has had. Like, anybody that's actually
like a
had
penis.
that.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, dude. Zing!
Oh shit!
But this is a weird transition. But you know, we were playing that game at Dave and Buster's.
Which one?
You were loving this game. What was it called?
Flappy Bird?
Yes, Flappy Bird, dude.
That's on my old phone. It's
Do you-
worth like $1,000.
Do you know that the creator of that game, he made it, put it out to the world, and it was by far the most popular game that's ever been released, and he felt so bad for the addictive tendency of it, he had it completely removed off.
Was that why he did
Yes.
that? I thought it was because it was too much for him to handle.
No, dude, it was so addictive. He was like, I can't leave this in the world. So he had it completely removed off the App Store. Phones with that still on their phone, some of them are worth up to $90,000.
I still have it on one of my phones.
Seriously?
Yeah.
I swear to God, you can I saw one phone went for $90,000 that had Flappy fucking Bird on it. You might want to keep that one. Might be worth some
I hope
money.
I didn't throw that phone away.
Bro, that's crazy. Yeah,
I'm pretty positive.
Those phones go for serious money.
I had that phone when I got out of prison. I might have thrown it away, though.
I hope you didn't, because dude,
I know 100% I had that phone when I got out of prison, but I think I might have tossed it.
$90,000 for Flappy Bird.
I'm pretty sure I might have tossed it because when I moved into my new house, I didn't see it.
It's crazy, dude. I was
Fuck.
like, what the fuck? But I thought
As I said, I was like, I know I had it on my old phone, and the screen was all fucking cracked and shit.
was it? Did you pay for it? Was it a free game?
It was a free app, but you couldn't download it later. Like, they were like, anybody who had it could keep it, but after that, you couldn't re-download it. Fuck, I wish I would. I'm pretty positive I threw that fucking phone away.
I hope you didn't.
Right when I got out of prison. No, I'm pretty positive I did, because it wasn't in my stuff when I moved.
Oh, okay.
Like, when I moved out of Maple Grove
Yeah.
and came over here to
Yeah.
the east side, it wasn't in my stuff. I'm pretty positive I tossed that
Crazy,
shit.
yeah. $90,000 for some of those bitches. But I was like, kind of honorable for the guy to be like, this is too addictive. I don't like this. You know?
Maybe I left it with mom and dad or something.
But yeah, I was like, man, that surprised the shit out of me.
You sure? I'm gonna fucking look for that phone. 90 G's for real?
90,000. One phone went for $90,000, up to 90,000. I'm sure there's varying degrees of that.
Yeah, I'm
but
sure, just like that Mega Man game.
Yeah. You see MSN.
Make me want to go looking for that phone, dude.
You see MSNBC's getting sued. Well, Joe Rogan threatened to sue him for $30 million. I don't know if it's
What
actually
did
going
he
through.
do? What was that for? Oh, because they fucking put a clip together.
So they doctored up a fucking clip of Joe talking about Tulsi Gabbard, talking about how much he supported her and just naming these things to him that were beautiful, and then kind of putting down Kamala Harris. Well, they took the clip and rearranged it so the things he was saying about Tulsi sounded like he was saying them about Kamala, and then MSN put it out like that on their TikTok and got like 2 million likes, and and then Joe was like, fuck this is like, I'm tired of this happening. In fact, like Trump just got mad at fucking Joe, put out like a disparaging tweet, like, "Yeah, you bet you get booed at the next UFC because Joe put out some things talking about he really likes RFK." And he was like, "Fuck you, you're un-American."
Trump said that to Joe?
Joe, yeah. And then
Trump said, "I bet you get booed."
Booed at the next UFC, like kind of mad at Joe for not, because Joe really hasn't endorsed anybody on his podcast as far as like who he likes. Like he's put down Kamala for sure. He makes fun of Trump, and he likes RFK, but he hasn't like endorsed anybody at all. Like,
and it's all
on purpose. You could tell.
And the UFC is kind of like Dana runs it. Like you do whatever you want politically. And Dana supports Trump. He's his friend.
It is kind of,
but he still don't give a fuck what Joe does.
It is kind of funny that like most people that don't watch Joe Rogan think that he's like a hardcore Republican, which he's actually way closer to like a old school liberal. Like he actually did support Bernie Sanders when Bernie was around, and then now like RFK is definitely the person he likes the most, but he tries not to like support too much in any way or give an endorsement. Anyways, it's just funny that like MSNBC is like, "Oh, we're gonna manipulate this whole thing and make it look like he supports Kamala." He's like, "Nope, I don't know if he's actually gonna sue him, but I heard $30 million was what was on the table."
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah.
I think I'm a lot on the same line of thinking. Like why I would support RFK. If I was gonna pick one of those three, it'd be RFK, hands down.
Yeah, it just sucks he's not going to end up in there probably. I'd love if he did, though.
Yeah,
I'd probably
canceled.
go vote.
I saw that after that assassination attempt on Trump, he canceled one of his like speeches or whatever somewhere because he was like, "I don't have Secret Service. This is too dangerous."
Yeah.
He's like, "I'm not doing this shit."
Yeah, smart.
Yeah, it is. It's not worth your life.
Yeah, I mean, his family, his uncle and his dad both died. Fucking,
3 for 3, bro.
Yeah.
That'd be crazy.
And I'd hate to see that happen to RFK.
I really
honestly.
would, dude. I would. It sucks because in my mind, like,
I saw
realistically, I just don't see him even competing.
He started a whole court case because he's a lawyer, also suing, I think, the government for banning TikTok and it being like against the Freedom of Speech Act.
You did tell me that a couple weeks ago. I like that.
So I like that too. I'm like, good.
I think it's good for us because Biden was the one that signed it, but Kamala said she would unsupport it, from what my coworker told me. Trump doesn't support it.
Yeah.
And obviously,
win-win then, all around. Fuck it.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Like, I don't see it necessarily, like, going through, but after this election goes, but I don't know. I don't know, dude. Like, these dudes are fucking worms, bro.
Yeah.
These are fucking weasels.
It's true.
Like,
politics is a plague, bro.
They are, dude. These dudes are the fucking scum of the fucking earth, bro.
Yeah.
So I don't know. You can't trust them as far as you can throw them.
Nah. It's almost a waste of time to even put energy into thinking about it.
Yeah. Oh, but hopefully.
Yeah.
Hopefully, man. I don't want that shit to go away right now.
Watching people on my Facebook fight about, like, some people are posting about, "Oh, you're an idiot if you're voting for Trump," and then the other people are like, if you even vote for Kamala, I don't know how you have a brain cell. And I'm watching these people. I'm like, all of you guys are so stupid arguing about this stupid shit. Like, it means nothing.
I know.
They just argue with each other like you think you have some political fucking sway in the world. Like, dude, just take care of your life and the people around you, dude.
It's funny we're talking about it on the podcast, but I don't give a fuck about politics.
Yeah.
And when I see
funny though,
it's just this revolving fucking door, dude. Every few years, everyone's, "Oh no, this happen," and nothing fucking seems to happen, and it all seems to continuously move down this same fucking path that we've been on since the Fed got started in 1913.
The only time I ever
maybe we should look at something else.
The only time
maybe we're looking the wrong way.
The only time I ever went and voted was for Obama when I was younger, and I remember arguing with Grandpa because he was like a little more leaning Republican, and I was arguing the points for what I thought Obama was worth, and that again is the only time I've ever voted. And he looked me right in the eyes and he's like, we've been arguing over the exact same stuff since I was your age, and nothing has changed at all. It's like, it's always the same shit.
Grandpa Cook said that?
Yeah, always a different puppet, always the same. And he was right. As I got older, like then I was very into politics when I was younger. I started with a political science major. And after, within 5 years, I was like, yeah, he's right. I'm just watching the whole thing. I was like, it's a fucking joke. It's just puppets, man. It's just corporations with hands up fucking politicians at.
It's always felt like innately like a distraction to me. And also, I don't know. There's also something else underneath it where I'm just like there's something behind this curtain where things actually happen.
Right, and that's why I watched a video where a guy was like asking, like, is it your government's fault or is it the corporation's fault that, like, the bread they serve you is not legal where I'm from? He's from Europe, and he's like, none of the bread that you guys sell is legal where I'm at because it's poison to us. He's like, is it the government's fault or is it the corporation's fault? Where would you put the blame? And then he breaks it down, and he was like, it's the lobbyists. The lobbyists are being paid by these people to push any bill that they want, slide it through there, and he's like, it's legalized fucking like manipulation. And he's like, you guys aren't even paying attention. These guys are just funding people to pass bills however the fuck they want. These lobbyists are just making sneaky shit happen all the time, you know?
Yeah, and when you apply it to what's happening with our food, dude, you can see what's happened in our own lifetimes to people. Mm-hmm. The more, like, so many diseases have fucking skyrocketed from fucking just your diet alone. And then you can extend that to every single facet of life. Like, so many different places in life that we're just getting fucking hammered down and pegged down. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like, I hate to have a mentality like this, but it feels to me like you have to fucking have like awareness of the world around you to be able to like to succeed on this battlefield, because the world is like a battlefield. America is almost like this battlefield where you have to fucking sift through all this shit where we're supposed to have this like all this freedom and like, you know, this like utopian idealistic society in a certain sense, but it's actually almost the opposite, and you have to fucking, you know, be super intelligent about the way you conduct yourself, or else you're gonna fucking poison yourself and die. Like,
yeah, I mean, if you look at life through the fucking eyes of, let's just say, the fucking most high intelligence of the universe, it's going to use friction as the tool for you to grow. Friction in all areas. So it needs things to bump up against in order to grow and mature. You know, friction is that key. So there needs to be friction everywhere for you in order for you to fucking become aware of these energies. And the more friction that's there, the easier that it is to be aware of what's going on.
And the more, even though I do make that statement, it also is creating this like divide of people. Like, a lot of people eat fast food and live a very unhealthy lifestyle and like put on a lot of weight, and like throughout the, you know, I saw this thing from the 90s to now when we were kids, even when we were kids to now, the amount of stuff that's like in fast food is like immensely more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like, I kind of lost my train of thought, but
cook your food.
Huh?
Cook your own food.
Yeah, cook your own food.
The melons,
divide,
bro.
The divide,
melons.
but the divide is happening. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So a lot of people go that way and they're like, you know, living that lifestyle. But then a lot of people are going the other way. They're not drinking. Like alcohol consumption, I guess, is going down in overall usage because it's just like losing its cool factor. People are like, that's fucking poison. You know what I mean? Like they're eating healthy, starting gardens.
You got to see the melons, bro.
That's what I was
right now,
gonna
they're this big, bro, hanging down over the top of that big trellis. They're this fucking.
How
big,
many
bro.
of them are there?
There's like fucking 20 of them. The ones that are hanging
let's go-
down.
can we go see them when we get done today?
The ones that's hanging down. There's probably like 5 hanging right now.
Let's go see it when we get done today. Is that cool?
Yeah.
I got a bunch of boxes for her.
Okay.
So she asked me for them yesterday.
Yeah, there's a bunch of those. Like we've been the cucumbers. We've been plopping those out.
I want to take
Dude, the eggplants are like some of the eggplants are like that big. It's pretty dope.
Is there anything ready?
Yeah, there's
right
some,
now? Is there more potatoes?
There's
or
some
anything?
strawberries. There's some tomatoes. The melons are close. I can't believe you don't like watermelon, bro.
I'm not a fan.
You gotta have-
I don't dislike it. I'm not like, oh, I hate a watermelon, but I don't like the seeds. I don't like when I take a bite of watermelon. There's a bunch of seeds in my mouth.
Yeah, I don't know. Swallow them. Who
You
cares?
guys can have all the watermelon.
That sucks that you're not going to get to enjoy any of this garden watermelon, dude.
Maybe I'll. It's not like I won't have some, but it's just not my thing, dude.
Man, you're missing out. The cantaloupes are pretty big.
The cantaloupe,
Yeah.
though, I'm all about
Yeah,
cantaloupe.
the cantaloupe's supposed to be really
How
good.
many
for
of
you.
those you got?
I think there's like 4 right now.
That's it?
Yeah.
Fuck.
They're just growing. They're just getting started.
How many do you think will pop?
I have no idea.
I can't wait to go look at this fucking
Yeah.
thing. The way that shit's set up with those bridges over the top,
Pretty
dude,
cool.
it looks like a fucking winter wonderland, bro.
Yeah, it's pretty dope.
Summer wonderland.
Yeah, that watermelon's growing like 2 feet a day to the end of it, just like.
Isn't it amazing how fast that shit blows up at the end, dude. It's just like boom, boom, boom every day. You're like, I can't keep up. I have to start picking this shit.
Yep.
And then it starts rotting. You're like, I don't know what to do.
If my dogs wouldn't eat fucking chickens, I'd love to get some chickens back there too.
Eggs would be nice.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Eggs,
dude,
all the time.
I love the eggs from the market so much, dude. Those fucking duck eggs are the best.
You like those duck eggs? When you get in here, those farts.
You know
your
what?
Farts stink from them duck eggs, bro.
Yeah, they actually did.
When you come in here and after you eat those duck eggs, this whole room stinks.
Dude, those quail eggs though, they're actually really tasty.
What do you do with those? Is you get a
so
little
small
yolk this big?
You can pretty much. I break like 6 of them.
Yeah,
like they're fucking tiny, dude. But they fucking taste like very unique, actually. But I went from the quail eggs to the duck eggs, and I'm on the chicken eggs, and the chicken eggs are super good.
Yeah, the duck eggs look pretty good.
I like those big eggs. I want to get like ostrich egg. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they have those some places.
Yeah, you can't
big
like,
ass eggs.
I want to get some different, like bigger eggs, than ducks. Like they do goose eggs. Is that like a thing?
I don't know. You could probably trap a goose and maybe put it in your backyard, see how it goes. You got anything else you want to talk about? I think we got about 50 minutes.
Yeah, I'm good. We can end it
guys,
with the
go
dead
buy
goose.
my CD. It's out everywhere right now. It's called Nathan Holistic Meditation. Nathan, on any platform you like to buy music, you can stream it for free. Make sure you go check it out. Me and Chris been working on some new shit, new approaches to videos where we're really highlighting our own music now. So make sure you check that out on all the other apps, TikTok, Instagram, shit like that. But we should have put that video on YouTube too.
What one?
The one we made yesterday.
Oh shit! Yeah, we should put that on a short, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
should.
Freedom Renegade Radio. Good job.
Let's go. Freedom Renegade Radio podcast number 16.
Booyah!
And Funk Master Fletch doing the editing. Love you guys.
Yeah, I set my sight on the spectrum and let it reflect the sunlight so the night know they come correct. You see, life is a track and it's more than a check. Yo, it's all about honoring the feeling in your chest. Who the best? I don't even fucking care. It's all about love, not the place you compare. But I bear what it is to be a human, using mistakes, your trips and the music.